Hello dear children. In the last class you have learned about coordinate geometry, where we have learned how to plot the points in a coordinate plane. Now something related to that, we are having a new chapter, linear equations in two variables. Now before coming to this, let us go back to our 6th, 7th and 8th classes, where you have learned about algebraic expressions, or let us see our 9th itself, polynomials itself. We have learned about polynomials. There we have learned about expressions. What are expressions, or how do you get expressions? Expressions are, you have a variable, you have variables in an expression, there are mathematical operations, and you have numbers. All this put together you get an expression. Now different types of polynomials also you have learned based on their degree. What is degree? The highest power of the variable is called as its degree. So you have learned about different types of polynomials based on their degree also. What are the different types? Linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and a cubic polynomial. These are the different types of polynomials based on their degrees. Now linear polynomial means its degree is 1. So one example for a linear polynomial, let us take say 4x. 4x is a linear polynomial. Or you can take say 2x minus 3. That is also a linear polynomial. It is also an algebraic expression. A polynomial is basically a algebraic expression. Now let that be there. Now next point is, we have learned about equations. That's why I asked you to go back to 6th class. There we have learned about equations and solutions. What is an equation? What is a solution? Now equation means, the first thing what comes to your mind is equation. Okay, there is an equal to sign. It is something which has got two sides. We call it as the left hand side and the right hand side. It is having two sides. But what actually is the concept there? An equation is something, or it is an expression when it is equated to something. Equated to something means making it equal. So an expression or a polynomial, when it is equated to something, you get an equation. For example, you take a linear polynomial, say 4x minus 2. This is a linear polynomial because its degree is 1. When I equate this linear polynomial, equating this means I am going to make this equal to something. So I am going to write this is equal to say 20. When I am equating a linear polynomial, equating it to something, this becomes an equation. Now since here we are having only one variable, we can call this as an linear equation in one variable. So this is a linear equation in one variable. One more example we can give. See, even this is a linear equation in one variable. 4x equals 20. This is also a linear equation in one variable, where we are equating something. Now what does this equal to sign tell you? There are two parts for this equation, the left hand side and the right hand side. And this equal to sign tells us that both the left hand side and right hand side are being made equal. So this is a linear equation in one variable. Is it clear? Now we have got a general form for a linear equation in one variable. And the general form is ax plus b is equal to 0. This is the general form of a linear equation in one variable, where a and b are real numbers, plus a is the coefficient of x and b is a constant term, not over. One more condition is there, a is not equal to 0. Why isn't a not equal to 0? Because when a becomes 0, what happens to this complete term? 0 into x, it will become 0. The entire term vanishes. Now what is left? B equal to 0. A constant equal to 0. Does it give any meaning? Unless this constant is 0, there is no meaning for that. So a linear equation, the general form for a linear equation, one variable is ax plus b equal to 0, where a and b are real numbers and a not equal to 0. This is the general form. So when you compare this, here our a is equal to what? 4. And what is our b equal to? Our b here is minus 2. Minus 2. So is that clear for you? It is equal to 20. We are writing it that as an equation. So this is a linear equation in one variable. Now coming to solution. What is a solution? The solution of a equation is the value of the variable which makes both sides of the equation equal. That is, in this particular case, that is a linear equation, one variable, which is a variable here x. There is a particular value for x which, when you substitute in this equation, will make both sides of the equation the same. That value of the variable is called as its solution. This you have learned in class 6. 6 and 7, I think, even 8 you have learned. You have learned solving linear equations, simple equations. Simple equations are actually linear equations only. There you have learned how to find the value of solutions. You have learned value of the variable. Solutions you have learned, different methods you have learned. Transposing, final one was transposing, other one was adding, dividing, multiplying or subtracting with the same number so that you separating the variables. That also you have learned. And finally was by transposing you have learned. So what is the solution for a given equation? The value of the variable which makes the left hand side and right hand side the equation of the equation the same is called as its solution. So to find the solution, so in this linear equation one variable, there can be only a unique value. Unique means only one single value for the variable which makes both sides of the equation the same. Not all values. See, supposing I am putting, say let us take this equation, 4x equals 20. Go on putting values for x. When you put x equals 0, what does this become? 4 into 0, 0. Is it equal to 20? No. Left hand side and right hand side are not equal. Put x as equal to 1. 4 into 1, 4. Is it equal to 20? No. Put x as is equal to 3. 4 into 3, 12. Is it equal to 20? No. 4 into 5. When x is 5, 4 into 5, 20. Yes, 20 is equal to 20. 4 into 25, 100. Is it equal to 20? No. So only one particular value of the variable makes both sides of the equation equal. We say it is satisfied. The equation is satisfied. That is the term what we have learned. But now we don't use that all satisfied and all. Now you find only solutions. So solution means it is a value of the variable which makes the left hand side and right hand side of an equation equal. So here we find that in a linear equation, in one variable, there is only a unique solution. Unique means only one value satisfies the equation. Now we are going to linear equations in two variables. How come we can write a linear equation in two variables? See, as we have seen the general form for a linear equation one variable, there is a general form for linear equation in two variables also. So a linear equation in two variables, the general form is written as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form for a linear equation in two variables. So you are having the two variables which are x and y. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Where a, b and c are real numbers with the condition a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y and c is the constant term. One more condition, a and b will not be equal to 0. What happens if they become 0? Either one of them becomes 0. If b is becoming 0, what happens? This entire term will become 0. It reduces down to a linear equation in one variable. So if both of them are 0, then what is becoming? It is becoming a constant is equal to 0. So that condition for that equation is not being satisfied. So a linear equation in two variables, the general form is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. One example we will write. Say 3x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is an example where what is the value of A here? 3. What is the value of B here? -2. And what is the value of C? +5. Now sometimes the equation may be written like this. Say 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. Supposing it is like this. This is also a linear equation in two variables but not in the standard form. The standard form is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. The constant term is also coming to the left hand side. So how will you write this in the standard form? This will be written as 3x plus 2y. Bring the 6 also to the left hand side. So it becomes -6 is equal to 0. Now what are the values of a, b and c? A is 3, b is 2 and c is -6. See, don't see this equation and write c as 6. Why? That is not the general form. General form means all are towards the left hand side. Right hand side you are having only a 0. So the value of c here becomes -6. Is that clear? Now sometimes if it is given, say x equals y minus 3. X equals y minus 3. This is also a linear equation in two variables. But is it in the standard form? No. So what you have to do first, you have to write it in the standard form. How will you write? All the terms written on the right hand side should be brought to the left hand side. So it becomes x. This y when it is transported to the left side it becomes -5. And -3 when you bring it to the left hand side it becomes +3 equal to 0. So now what are the values of a, b and c? What is the coefficient of x? 1. What is the coefficient of y? -1. So a is 1, b is -1 and what is the value of c? +3. So understood how to write a given linear equation two variables in the standard form if it is not given, and to find the values of a, b and c. So this is a linear equation in two variables. You are having both the variables x and y. Now coming to the solution part. We have learned a linear equation in one variable, there is only a unique solution, one and only one solution. That is only one value of x will satisfy the equation. But here in a linear equation in two variables, how many ever values you put for x, you will get a corresponding value for y also. When x is given one value, y you get another value. When x is given another one value, y you are getting another value. Same thing when y is given one value, x you get another. So there are infinitely many solutions for a linear equation in two variables. So you should find the difference between a linear equation in one variable and two variables. In one variable, there is only a unique solution, only one solution. But in two variables, you have infinitely many solutions. There are infinitely many solutions. That is, for every value of x, you get a value of y which will satisfy the equation. That is, if you put the value of x as this much, then the value of y should be this much, so that both sides of the equation are equal. Same thing for y also. If you put y the value so much, then the value of x should be so much, so that both sides are equal. So there you get infinitely many solutions. So for a linear equation in two variables, there are infinitely many solutions, and for a linear equation one variable, there is only one and only one solution, a unique solution. Understood that? Now in class 6 and 8 also, you have learned how to form mathematically or to form expressions for given statements. You will be given statements. From the statements, you have to form the mathematical expression. One small simple example. Suppose I am saying the example, 4 years back, my age was, say, 40. 4 years back, my age was 40 years, or I was 40 years. How will you write this as an expression or as an equation rather? Because I am saying my age. So it is an equation now. How will you do that? See, nothing is given, only two terms I know. What is it? 4 and 40. 4 years back, my age was 40. So how will I make it as an expression? So what you will assume, my present age, that is what age am I now, that I will take as a variable. That only you are going to find out. So I may take my present age as say X years. 4 years back. 4 years back means from now 4 years back. So you will be subtracting. My present age is X. 4 years back, what was my age? X minus 4. That value I have given. What is that? 40. So what will be your equation? X minus 4 is equal to 40. So you got an equation. From this, can't you find out what is my present age? Of course you can find. What you will do, you will transpose and then find the value of X, the variable X. That will give you the value of my present age. I don't mean to say that this is my age. Okay. So I just told simply how to find the value of that variable. So understood how to find this? Now same way you may be given statements to form equations for linear equations in two variables. One simple statement I will give you. Okay. Say cost of apple is 3 times the cost of oranges. Cost of apple is 3 times the cost of oranges. How will you write that as an equation? So there are two things you don't know. What are they? Cost of apple also you don't know. Cost of oranges also you don't know. But you know a relation between them. What is that relation? Okay, apple's cost is 3 times the cost of oranges. So what you will do? You will assume the cost of apples and that of oranges with two different variables. So you take, let the cost of apples be say Y rupees and cost of oranges be X rupees. Now with the relation given, can't you form an equation? What is the equation, relation given or the statement given? Cost of apples is 3 times the cost of oranges. So apples cost Y will be equal to 3 times. 3 times means 3 into 3 times the cost of oranges. So cost of oranges X, 3 times the cost of oranges 3x. Y equals 3x. This is an equation. But is this in the standard form? No. So for writing in standard form, how you will write? Y, bring the 3x this side, y minus 3x equal to 0. Now by convention, always we write the x term first. The x term we are writing first just for convenience. So when you write the x term first, what you will get here? Minus 3x plus y is equal to 0. So again another confusion. First term itself is negative. So we have a feeling, why don't we change it? Now how you can change the negative sign? Simply we will put a plus sign and then write. No, what you will do? You will multiply this entire equation with minus 1. So that minus 1 into minus will give you a plus. So the entire equation you are going to multiply with minus sign. So what does this become? Minus into minus plus 3x. Plus into minus is minus. So 3x minus y is equal to 0. So see, from this statement, the mathematical form we have made it. Then again we have written it as a linear equation in two variables. The standard form we have written it. So understood how you got this? One more example, supposing I am saying, say, let it be, say 5 kg apples and 2 kg oranges. 5 kg apples and 2 kg oranges together cost rupees 500. 5 kg apples and 2 kg oranges together cost rupees 500. Now I want you to write that as a linear equation in two variables. Now there, what is given for us? Cost rupees. Last part you see what is given for us. The total amount what you have to give for buying both of this. So money, yes, money. So total money I am giving is 500. Now you have to find out what is the cost of 5 kg apples, what is the cost of 2 kg oranges. Both together will give 500 rupees. Together is 500 rupees. So there, do you know the cost of 1 kg apple? Don't know. So what you should assume? You will be assuming it as a variable. So you will assume, let the cost of 1 kg apple be X rupees or rupees X. This is the cost of 1 kg apple. Same way, let rupees Y be the cost of 1 kg oranges. Like that, how many kg apples we are buying? 5 kg. 1 kg the cost is X rupees. So for 5 kg, what is the cost? 5X. Now 1 kg oranges cost Y rupees. What is the cost of 2 kg oranges? 2Y. So you have got the value for 5 kg apple as well as 2 kg oranges. Now what was the statement? Both of these together, the amount I have to pay is rupees 500. So this cost plus this cost is together 500. So how will you write that as an equation? Cost of 5 kg apples 5x plus cost of 2 kg oranges 2y is equal to 500. This is a linear equation in two variables. Now standard form, if you want to write, how will you write? 5x plus 2y, bring the 500 to this side, minus 500 is equal to 0. So understood how to write in the standard form or how to write the mathematical form for a given statement. So many questions can come like this, where you will be applying this, keeping in mind that what variable you have to take. Anyway, there will be two variables. It doesn't matter whether you take this as y or this as y. It depends upon which one you are taking. That is up to you. Even you can take y be the cost of apples and x be the cost of oranges. Then how will the equation be? Oranges will be cost is x. So 2x plus 5y equal to 500. That will be the equation. So understood what it is? So today we have learned about what is a linear equation in one variable, what is the general form, what is the solution for that, how many solution it has got. It has got only a unique solution. Then we have also seen about linear equations in two variables. What is the general form? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. From that you also learned how to find the values for the coefficients of x, y and the constant term, how it will be after writing it in the general form or the standard form. Then also you have learned how to form the mathematical expression for a given statement. And you have seen for a linear equation in two variables how many solutions you have. You have infinitely many solutions. Why do we have infinitely many solutions? Because for every value of x, you get a value of y which will satisfy the equation. Is it clear, children? Okay, thank you.